Now I've used a little alcohol in these Q-tips to clean out these bronze bearings here, and the bottom one is has a cap on the bottom. This one just goes straight through with the motor shaft that comes out the top. And I also cleaned off the dirt from the shaft itself on both ends using a paper towel, and you can see I got quite a bit of dirt off of there. I just loosely put it back together, and it seems to rotate okay now on those bearings. So I'm going to say this is probably why it wasn't turning. It's just some dirt in there over the years, and maybe some wear, a little bit of metal wear from those bronze bearings. I'm not sure. I don't think these are the kind of bearings that you really want to put a lot of oil or grease or anything like that on them. I think they're probably oilless bearings. The bronze is supposed to lubricate itself, I think. So I think I'm just going to put it back together like this and see if it turns okay. And if so, I'm just going to call it good for now. Put the camera down for that though. Okay, well, I put back this motor back together, and with no lubricant at all. I just cleaned out those bearings, and once I put it back together, I wasn't real happy. It seemed like there was still a bit of friction there on those bearings, and so I decided to go ahead and I put a little bit of light oil, just like 3-in-1 oil basically, on a Q-tip, and then I put those inside those bronze bearings and on the motor shaft just to put a little light coating of oil, and that seemed to reduce the friction considerably. And then when I put it back together, as I tightened these screws, I could feel whether or not there's much friction. There was still a little bit, but it turns much more easily now, and as I tightened these down, I had to kind of go evenly on each side so I didn't create a bind or something on this shaft. And now when I have it plugged in, you can see that, and I turn it on, it turns, you know, easily now. And so there's the shaft here. So I'm going to say, I don't know how much longer this is going to last, with probably a little bit of wear on those bearings, but at least we're back in business for a while there. So I'm going to put the motor back where it goes and put the fan back on, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, I got it all back together here, and there's no pause or nothing. It's turning much more freely now when I turn it on than it ever did before, so maybe we're good for another few years here. I'll put this cover back on. I think I'll just leave it loose on there though, because I might have to take it off again. Also, something else I noticed about this humidifier is they say that when you refill the tank, you're supposed to rotate this pad every so often, so that it's not always the same part that's down in the water. So I'm going to do that. I probably should have been doing it all along. You see it's kind of dirty. I think I'm going to clean it out down there, and then I'm going to rotate it and put it back like this, you know, and keep doing that every once in a while so that the pad doesn't get all crusted up down there on the bottom with calcium carbonate. So anyway, just a little pointer there. So hope this has been helpful. The Kenmore humidifier, hopefully we've salvaged one and we don't have to go buy a new one just yet. So, okay. Have a good one. Bye.